exactly. But one of our upcoming guests is actually a yoga instructor. So let's welcome, and it's time to get smitten, Nick. So are you ready to be smitten?
I think so.
You think so? Okay, let's do this. Let's welcome to Totally Driven Radio, the one and the onlys, the smitten authors themselves.
I can't hear him well, can you?
Yeah.
I can barely hear them.
But we can hear you.
Oh, hey.
You guys are so in the distance. It sounds like you're across the lake in a galaxy or something.
You know what? You sound kind of distant yourself.
How do I sound?
You sound perfect. Now, who are you? Who's the loud one?
I'm the loud one's Ariel. The distant one is Simone.
Okay, Ariel, the loud one. Ariel is the yoga instructor, as a matter of fact.
That's
and
right.
The distant one is Simone. So welcome to Totally Driven Radio.
Thank you.
Can you hear us, Simone?
I'm turning up the volume. I'm a psychotherapist, so that might say something about the distance. I have to reach into the unconscious to gather the information.
You know, it's when I was reading your bios, I saw yoga and psychotherapist. I was like, wow. So, I mean, and I see a therapist, so I was like,
you do. You're a smart man.
See that? You know, and I tell everybody they should go see a therapist. I really do. I profess it to all my friends. I'm like, I feel so incredible when I walk out of that place.
I love hearing that.
Yeah, we pretty much prescribe brilliant flirtation, yoga, and therapy.
Yep.
Now, Ariel, being a yoga instructor, do you know who DDP is?
DDP? Is he the guy on those workout videos?
He was a former professional wrestler, and he started his own brand of yoga, DDP Yoga.
No, I don't know him. Is he hot?
Yeah, and
she said that's probably who she was talking about when she said, you know, the guy in the videos or whatever. It's probably him.
But those TRX or those videos that are all about doing the really hard workout fast, it's not that guy?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, not at all.
No, I don't know him.
No, this guy, he's actually he's 57 years old. He's a former professional wrestler, and he started his own brand of yoga a few years ago. And it's, like, exploded. And he was on that TV show last week, Shark Tank, to where he was saying he sold, like, millions of dollars of worth of DVDs, and he was trying to get, you know, money out of those guys to expand his brand. So I didn't know if you heard it. And we were just saying, like, myself and my co-host Nick, to be straight, we're a couple of fat guys. But DDP we've had on the show a few times, and he motivated us to try his DDP yoga. And we never would have tried, you know, the regular yoga, which you probably do. So do you have a lot of guys that come in and do yoga with you?
Yeah, I actually do have a lot of male students. But my vibe as a yoga teacher is kind of dude-like. Like, I keep it pretty casual. It's more of the profundity comes through in my sense of humor, I would say, than, like, talking about dreamier or more esoteric things. So I think, and also I talk a lot of anatomy. So I think my men relate to my teaching pretty well.
Gotcha. Well, let's get to know you guys a little bit before we get into the book. But now, the two of you, were you guys friends before you got involved with all this smitten talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, we met in college our freshman year in undergrad. We were fast friends. Well, I made Ariel be my friend. I had to seduce her.
This isn't true. I couldn't believe Simone wanted to be my friend. I was fresh off a farm, literally, in Vermont, and Simone, like, knew every nightclub in New York, and she was 17. And I couldn't believe she was taking me under her wing and going to show me how to have an amazing New York nightlife. I was waiting for her to drop me at any moment, but she still hasn't.
Now, Simone, are you from New York?
No, I grew up in northern New Jersey, but my father owned restaurants in the city, so I used to come into the city all the time, and I was super familiar with New York. And so Ariel and I met at NYU, and I was already hooked into the New York vibe by the time I was 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty scary.
You know, it is pretty scary if you're not me. So I had a lot of kind of inherent and natural boundaries and street smarts at a pretty young age. And actually, the boundaries thing is something that we talk about in Smitten, and we teach young women how to be able to be free and be safe.
So, wow. So you guys, like, you cover all ends of the spectrum then. It's not just about the flirting. I mean, you guys teach the flirting, the dating, and how to, like, protect yourself as well.
Well, the thing, it's all about, if brilliant flirtation is all about you being completely authentically yourself. And to be authentically yourself, you have to be confident, and you have to also be confident in the ways you feel vulnerable and the ways that you're different from other people. So a huge component of our teachings is how to take care of your boundaries, how to defend yourself if people come in on you when you're being completely yourself, so that you can trust you're safe in your own skin when you're out being real.
Now, the one word you said there that really stood out was confident. Is confidence probably one of the biggest things in flirtation?
Most definitely. And it's something that we hear a lot. People kind of throw that word around as if it's easy to understand what that really means, and it's not. And I think what's so about it is that we really break it down and we say, when you do this, it shows confidence. And that's really the whole entire basis of our book. Teachings are about how to build inner confidence through self-reliance and self-assurance, so then when you go out into the world, you can show that. And being real and being able and being authentic in and of itself shows that you're confident, that you can be who you are because you're not afraid of that. And that's super sexy.
Yeah, and one reason it's so sexy is because we all want to be ourselves. So when we're hanging out with someone who's comfortable in their own skin being real, it means, oh, then I get to be real. I get to be weird and freaky and unique also. And that just makes the party get started. That's someone you want to not just party with, but wake up with in the morning. Those are the people you can build a life with.
But the one thing with confidence, though, there's also, I guess, that line that you cross of confidence where you're too confident to where you're cocky. Now, isn't that like a major turn off?
Well, cocky is very different than confidence. I think someone who's genuinely confident is also aware of the people around them, empathetic to the people around them, and not trying to bulldoze with thinking they're better than other people.
Well, that's true. That's true. I just picture like somebody who's thinking, I guess I should say, thinking they're confident but coming off cocky.
Well, yeah, don't you think that when that happens, there's really an underlying insecurity that is seeping out?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
You know, Simone and I, we've been going out for many years together, and now we're doing a lot of events for Smitten. And one of the most awesome things that comes out of our experiences with people of all different ages, both genders, is they always leave reading our book and leave our events saying, I feel so good about myself. And so I don't know how we're striking that balance without being like, we have something you don't have. But we're both really confident in our skin and also confident showing where we're insecure, and we, love to make fun of ourselves too. And so I think when people know that they're seen, you can be confident and you can honor them, who they are, and it doesn't come off as threatening to them as much.
Now, how about being insecure, being confident, but like you said, being confident enough in yourself to show an insecurity? Can that be a way of flirtation as well?
Yeah, totally. One thing that we talk about a lot in Smitten is that you can't say anything wrong. We all have this idea that, like, if we see a girl or we see a guy that we're really into, we don't want to go up to them. We don't want to mess it up, right? We're like, oh, God, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I, approach in the wrong way? And what we're saying is, do what's true to you, and you can't do it wrong. And if you feel like you messed up, you say, oh, my God, I totally feel like I just messed up. did I totally mess up there? Because I really feel like I totally messed up. And when you say that, when you're confident enough to say that, then you neutralize it. You haven't messed up anymore.
So you can basically, it's also, though, it's showing honesty.
Honesty.
It is it's showing that insecure side as well a little bit, but it can also turn it into like a comical thing as well.
Of course. Definitely.
And it's always more interesting for something to happen than for nothing to happen. So if you like step on the other person's foot by mistake, it's just more interesting than being so far away that they can't even sense who you are. But actually, I have to backtrack for a second. I actually have had a few experiences where my confidence has made men turn really mean to me and get threatened and try and, like, cut me down really hard. Yeah. I don't know what rated program this is, but I've had a few experiences.
You can say whatever you want. Go ahead.
What does that mean? Wait. Let's clarify. Whatever we want?
Any word we want to say, we can say.
Any word you want to say.
So, wow. Now that's a game changer. That is a game changer. You should have told us that right from the start.
No, the other day I was in a bar and a guy was kind of hitting on me, and his friend was kind of hitting on me and my friend too. And the friend was a little more charming, and I was being myself and I was being comfortable, but I wasn't interested in the guys. They were both very drunk. And the first guy suddenly starts looking at me and he's like, "You're a fucking cunt. You're a fucking bitch. You're a fucking cunt, bitch." I know, it was crazy. At first, I was just in awe of the audacity, but it wouldn't stop. I literally had to ask the bartender to, like, have him removed, and he had to get removed from the bar. Like, I didn't give him the kind of attention he wanted, and he just tried to get what he could from me, and it was quite interesting.
Well, now here, when I was starting to get ready for the interview, I was thinking to myself, when you guys were putting the thought together to do this book, were you guys like sitting around at the bar and just kind of like people watching and sharing experiences with each other and said, you know what, we should write a book?
Close.
Yeah. Very close. We were on the beach, actually. We were in Fire Island, and Ariel turned to me and she goes, Simone, you know what makes guys really fall in love with you? And I was like, what? And she was like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, that is so true. And I said, you know what else makes guys really fall in love with you? And I was like, da-da-da-da-da. And we were like, whoa, that is so accurate. That's so right on.
So we just riffed, and we came up with the 8 techniques in the book that day. And then it took us 5 years to backtrack and really track down why do we, when we enact these techniques within the first 5 minutes, suddenly a guy goes from not really seeing us or maybe just seeing our bodies to really, really being excited about us. And that's what happened. It all started on the beach.
It's all the beach's fault, right? Now, okay, so say this. Say either myself or Nick, right? Say, like I said, we're a couple of fat guys. You're two, you're yoga instructor. You're all fit over there. And
wait. To be fair, unlike you, I've been trying. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been trying.
I'm winning the contest. Okay.
Are you guys married?
Yes, we're both married.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, to each other?
Just on Thursdays.
Just on Thursdays.
Just on Thursdays. So, okay, well, now wait a minute now. Does it matter that we're a couple of fat guys and we're married?
So does it matter to what? To us? No, we still love you.
Oh, okay. No, so say, a guy like myself or Nick, we came up to approach you in a bar, not married, out of the picture. And you probably would not normally be attracted to somebody like us, maybe. I don't know. But
well, I really like facts, actually. It's a known fact.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, well then for you, a thin guy comes up to you.
Okay.
So somebody who you normally wouldn't be attracted to. So if they read your book and really practiced what you're preaching in your book, could they win you over?
Of course. It happens all the time.
Yeah. Good-looking guys are overrated.
Say that one more time, because I want all the good-looking guys out there to hear that.
Good-looking guys are overrated.
See that?
Well, a lot of times I think this happens with certain women too. There's a lack of substance that comes with people who kind of think they're better looking than everyone else. And Simone and I often date quirky guys. I date really quirky guys. I love quirky weirdo guys. Like, I think it's so sexy. Like, if you have kind of fucked up teeth, I am drawn to you.
It's true.
It's true. If you're like kind of like a chubby bear and you can throw Simone around, like she's on it.
Love
it. Do you think that that's because like those sort of guys had to develop a personality, just to sort of survive in the dating world?
I think that's a lot of it, and I think that there's a certain humility and a certain lack of pretension and a humor that often happens when you're not gifted with like stellar good looks or what society says are stellar good looks, and that goes a long way, a really long way.
Yeah, and also people, you can see the life they have worn on them. Like, Simone and I are interested in dating men that have had experiences that have dragged them through the coals, that have caused them to have to evolve and to find deep truths and to see the difference between love and lust and the difference between an amazing conversation and chit-chat that's not going anywhere. So a lot of times people, they show that on their body in some way. Like, if your teeth have been punched out, probably you've had an interesting life, and I'm drawn to you.
There you go.
Oh, that is interesting right there. But, okay, you said something, and I had a question, and I lost my question.
Can I say one more thing about
Sure.
fat guys?
Yeah.
I think that there's obviously a difference between somebody who's really unhealthy, but there's also so much beauty in different types of body types that we're kind of told we're only supposed to celebrate one type all the way around. I think it sucks for women, and I think it sucks for men, and I think it sucks the sensuality out of real human connection. So that's what I have to say about that.
I agree. And, in the yoga world, in my teaching a lot, the fact is healthy bodies come in all different shapes and sizes. And you look 100%. At people from different cultures, and you see bodies come in different shapes and sizes. And healthy bodies can be in a great range of weight. So when I have young women or people approach me and there's a lot of body image anxiety, the question is, have you been to your doctor, and does your doctor say you're unhealthy? Not, have you compared yourself to the magazine and you look different.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, how about is there like a perfect place that you would enjoy flirting? Like, is your place the bar or the laundromat or the supermarket or the beach or walking down the street? Is there like a perfect
all of the above.
place?
Yeah,
so anytime,
we love
anywhere.
Flirting everywhere and any time of day. Yeah. Flirting in bars is a little obvious. It's fun. It's a little racier if it's daytime and you choose to go up and flirt with someone, like near the kitty litter in the grocery store or something, or when I'm composting at the farmer's market. I love flirting while composting because it's different. Like, it's exciting how it's unexpected, and you expect to be flirting in a bar and people get kind of rote about it. But when it's out in random places, there's more material to talk about, more unique moments you can have.
Yeah, I'm going to show my age here. I'm sure I'm older than you guys. I was thinking about the old Happy Days show. There was one episode where the Fonz was trying to teach the guys how to flirt with girls, and the best place to pick them up was the supermarket. And he would go to the supermarket and literally smash his cart into somebody he was interested in. And I was thinking about that. I was like, so do you guys go to the supermarket and you have guys flirting with you? And do you, are people literally smashing their cart into you to meet by accident? Is that a way of flirting?
Well, that's definitely a way of flirting. It's somewhat juvenile, but sounds really fun. I've been picked up in the supermarket. That happened in the cheese aisle a couple months ago.
That's nice because you can see what kind of guy he is by what kind of cheese he gets.
Yeah, it's true. It's what.
That's the thing. You can see what's in their cart, and you can see what kind of person he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 100%. It's a whole psychological analysis right there in the grocery cart.
Yeah, save a lot of time.
Now, your tips that you guys have in your book, I mean, it's not just for guys picking up women. It's for either sex, right? Or even, like, gay or lesbians or whoever?
Definitely. The flirtation techniques, what we say, that we want you to use the techniques to express who you are. So the technique, we don't tell you exactly what to say. We say, for instance, like quirky question is the first technique. We say, instead of saying a generic question, ask a quirky, unique question based on the environment you're in, who you are, what you're interested in. And a quirky question is a genius way for anyone of any sexual orientation, any age, to open up a much more interesting conversation than a generic question. So it's tailored to you.
Right. Very nice. Now, I was thinking to myself, did you guys put like a disclaimer on the book, like, this should not fall into the hands of evil?
No, we say do whatever you want with it.
Do whatever you want. But what if it is used for evil? Like,
I love that question.
But there's people out there, men, mainly men probably, but men or women that are just looking for that one-night stand, and they could be using your book for that.
Well, maybe they want to have a one-night stand. Maybe they're going to have an amazing one-night stand.
The thing we say in the beginning of the production of Smitten is, look, we're not saying that you're supposed to go out and flirt to, like, get married and be in some committed relationship. We're like, if you want to, like, have a couple, 7 minutes in heaven, one-night stand, do your thing. We make absolutely no judgments about what you're supposed to do with your love life. Not now or not ever.
And the book is not manipulative. If you read the book, it's not like that the game book, which a man I went on a date with had a nice alternate title for, which was Buy This Book If You Can't Afford Roofies. It's like, it's not about manipulating the other person. It's about truly opening up to and creating a genuine connection with the other person. And if out of that genuine connection comes, gosh, let's go back to your loft, like, and you're both into it, great. If someone's not so into it and that's what happens, that's not really the essence of the book doesn't really promote that, and I don't think people who are really trying to manipulate are necessarily going to be so drawn to our book.
Now, when guys come to, say, flirt with you, do you, like, in your mind, are you kind of like grading them and, like, picking out what they're doing wrong?
We're going to have to say yes on that. Yes. But it's not, I think it's more like our instincts are honed toward authenticity. And when we can sense that there's something not quite, like, solid or true or real, then, yeah, little red go off. But in general, also, I think we both, I would say, I can speak for Ariel on this too, is that we both really love people and we both love men, and we're really excited about all different types of approaches. And we often, we always give a lot of kindness and openness back, no matter what's happening.
Yeah, and if we don't love their approach, a lot of times we'll give them a little jab in the ribs and be like, can you ask me a more interesting question than that?
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. We want to play, like, and we're flattered that they came up. We're not looking to one-up them in any way.
And we're never looking to criticize, never. But certainly we have to evaluate ourselves for ourselves as well.
And, I mean, wouldn't you consider flirting, basically, it's almost like a game?
Sure.
Yeah.
But it can be, like, when I hear the word game and when I hear the word flirt, I think people think of it, again, as something as manipulative. But we're saying, like, flirting can be a game that's really fun for both parties to play. And it should be a win-win situation game. We should both be having fun and feeling free and feeling confident in this interaction. That's the ideal.
Now, how about if a person is shy, like a real shy guy, and he's trying, and you know, like you said, if he came up and tried to flirt you would try to bring it out of him. Do you think by reading your book it can almost kind of like wake up a sleeping giant?
Yes.
Yeah, we hope so. We really, really, really hope so.
And we've gotten that feedback before, too. A lot of people, they just need permission, and they read the book, and it flips the switch of just simple permission to be themselves, or simple permission to say, you can go ahead and do that and make that move. What's the worst that can happen? And we kind of break down what's the worst that can happen, and we see that it's not so bad. And ultimately, you have yourself, and it's about your relationship with yourself and living your life the way you want to live it. So we do find people read our book, and they're really excited and inspired to come out of themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
So in other words, you guys touch on basically like when the flirting goes too far, like when somebody crosses a line and it's like, whoa, all right, now it's a little too much. Wait,
what line?
Well, that imaginary lines in the sand that shouldn't be crossed sometimes.
Which one is it? What happened?
Overly sexually crude, shall we say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that line has to be eased up too. Like sometimes I'm totally in the mood for some like heavy sexual innuendo. Sometimes I am not.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that kind of thing is best like dropped and then like drop it quick and then step away, not rubbed, just like on the dance floor. Like a guy can come up to you and like give you some kind of sexy move for a second, but you don't want to feel him just thrusting against you for 15 minutes. But he can like do a little bit, like you can do a little smut, like you can drop something in, but then pull out and act innocent about it. Just to spice things up.
All parts of flirting. Look at that. Now, how about, in our modern age now, a big thing is, texting. So there's people flirting through texting and even sexting.
So fun.
Yeah.
So
Love
fun.
It.
So that's a thumbs up then. 2 thumbs up.
To texting, I was saying so fun to texting, and sexting can be fun too, yes.
I think we shouldn't judge or deny any form of flirtation.
Or literary practice. Texting, you can write amazing little sexual haikus.
Oh, yeah.
I never would have even put those 2 together.
Maybe you will next week with your wife.
How about that, Nick? And Nick's a writer as well. He's written a couple books. Would you ever have put those 2 together?
I don't know, dude. Like, to be honest, this is all sort of a foreign language to me because I went to an all-boys high school up until my senior year, so, like, there was no flirting really involved, man. And, like, my senior year, I was oblivious. Looking back now, there were some clear examples of where it was going on, and I was sort of completely clueless to, that it was even happening.
Well, that's a good question right there, is where maybe it's you guys doing the flirting and the other person is clueless to it, doesn't get it.
Oh, yeah, that happens. Oh, yeah.
It does.
So how can you get that person to, like, wake up and smell the coffee, shall we say?
One of my favorite things to do is just say, like, if you asked for my number, I'd give it to you. Or if you're the guy, you could be like, so if I asked for your number, would you give it to me? Like, you can broach the topic if you know you're interested, but you're not quite sure what's going on.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's basically saying green light if you take it.
It's saying green light without feeling like you're putting yourself out there so all the way yet. It's just like a flirty green light.
Now, did you guys ever see, there used to be a show on VH1, it was probably at least 5 years, maybe even longer ago. It was called The Pickup Artist.
No, but there was a movie when I was a kid called The Pickup Artist with Molly Ringwald. Did you see that?
It wasn't the pickup artist was with Mystery, the guy with the big hat.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ariel knows
yes.
it. Okay.
I used to love that show.
I in the name.
What's that?
I said I used to love that show, and I used to love how he would teach his techniques. And I was thinking of that when I was putting questions together for you guys, and I was thinking to myself, would you guys do stuff like that? Would you guys teach courses on that, or try to do a reality show or something?
Yeah, we would do. I mean, I think any way that we feel is an appropriate way to get our message across, because what we're really teaching is how to be free and how to be more real in the world, and that helps everybody. We would certainly do, and that might be in our near future.
Yeah, and we do part of our on our website, SmittenBook.com, is a feature called Ask Smitten, and it's a blog, and we respond to 3 questions a week from readers, and one of them is a video response. So we already do regular kind of little segments where we talk about it, and we're developing some ideas to take it to the next level.
Take it to the next level. Okay,
yeah.
So how about the title itself, Smitten? How did you guys come up with the title?
It just came. It just showed up, and it was always Smitten.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you like the title?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's you want to be smitten when you're being flirted with.
And it's that feeling of being smitten too. It's like being struck. It's beyond just lusting after someone. It's like being struck by how amazing they are. And that's when we were talking on the beach and saying, you know what, guys, makes guys really fall in love with you. It's not full-on love within 5 minutes, even though it could become that, or sometimes they think it's that. It's like being smitten with this person, not just wanting them for their body, but being smitten with them, being so completely in all your cells and your brain and your body excited about them. So fun.
I was just going to say, it sounds like you girls are having a lot of fun with, not only the book and the whole process of Smitten, but your lives.
We are, actually. Isn't it wonderful to hear people are having fun?
You know what? It is, and that everybody should be having fun. And it sounds like you guys are having a blast.
We are. It's been a long journey. We've worked really hard, and it's awesome to see it coming into fruition. It's awesome. And what I think is so cool about this book, both for Ariel and I, we've done a lot of different artistic projects in our lives, and there's been many other ventures in our 20s before this one really started to solidify. And what we always say about this, we both can stand behind every single word that is written in that book. There is nothing that I don't back 100% with my heart, body, mind, and soul. And that is an amazing feeling.
Yeah, and it's so rad too, because the book is about you. The book is about other people. It's like we wrote it for other people to live their lives more creatively, more openly, more freely, and basically more sexy. And so it's there's a community around it that is so fun, because it's people who want to come out and play with us and have fun being themselves, which is the party that we want to be at.
And, overall, the book just sounds like it is a self-help guide to not only flirting, dating tips, etc., but finding the confidence in yourself, finding yourself, and bringing that person, out.
Exactly.
Exactly. Got it. That's exactly what it is.
Very nice. So what's the future plans now? Could there be another book down the road continuing this topic? Any other big plans like that?
There is going to be another book down the road. Ariel and I are kind of doing our magical brainstorming, cauldron stirring, creative process together.
We need to go to the beach some more.
I was going to say, so there's more time spent at the beach and the bars, people watching and enjoying, which I love people watching.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really do. I wish I got paid to people watch, because I could do it all day long.
Yeah, it's a good thing. The other thing is, though, like Ariel was saying, our blog right now asks Smitten, we're constantly putting new content up on there, and people are writing us questions that are very, like, in real time and things that people are dealing with right now in terms of flirting and relationships. So that's also a big project that's happening, and it's a big thing. And we also have a lot of different pieces that are coming out, just being published in different blogs and websites and stuff. So we're really busy, which is nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what? My question came to me. You know, we talked a lot about, you know, flirting to, you know, the initial meeting of a person or hooking up. How about, do you guys touch on at all, you know, like we said, I'm married, my co-host Nick's married, flirting in your current relationship, in your marriage or your long-term relationship?
In the book we don't talk about that as much because the book is focused on the first encounter and the first date. But we do talk a lot about it outside the book and how we both have been in long-term relationships. We love being in serious, committed relationships with men we think are amazing. And I think there's nothing sexier than keeping it fresh with your partner that you also deeply love and trust. So I think it would be really fun for you guys to pick out some techniques and go home and try them on your ladies.
Yeah.
There you go. And then our wives will be thanking you guys.
Yeah. Tell them a secret thought. Tell, you know, like, get a little smutty. Have a second of silence with her. She's going to love it.
A second of silence.
That's our last.
Are you taking notes, Nick?
Yeah, man, definitely.
Nick, you still there? Have you melted into a pool?
Nick, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, I just sort of, they have questions, so I just sort of let them run with it and just sort of chime in when it's my turn.
Are you texting right now, Nick? Are you texting someone else?
No, definitely not.
Are you sexting?
Are you looking at naughty images on the online?
No, unfortunately, no.
Okay. Just checking.
I'm not either.
Okay.
For the record.
You're only allowed to be looking at our photos, our lovely, sexy photos.
Stay focused.
There you go. So, Nick, start looking at their photos. Too funny. All right, so where can we get the book?
Everywhere. Anywhere, everywhere, online.
Go to SmittenBook.com, check out our website, and we have links to all the major booksellers on there where you can get it, but also go to SmittenBook.com so you can check out all our fresh content, the videos, the blogs. What's the blog that just came out was I Hate My Best Friend's Boyfriend?
Yeah.
That's a good one. And we also can say stuff on the blog. It's a little more informal. That we don't necessarily put other places or might get edited out of some of our other printed stuff through other venues. So it's a fun spot.
You guys sound like you're a party. You guys, it's like I think I kind of held you back a little bit tonight. Like you guys wanted to unleash a little bit.
Oh, we'll give us the length leash you want us to run on, and we'll run.
All right. Well, I think we're going to have to set up a return engagement and take you off the leash and let you run.
Yeah, right. Get all your crazy questions from your listeners, and then we'll have a free for all next time.
Yeah. Now that we got the basics down, let's get real.
Now that I said the C word, it's on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Once you say the C word, it's like there's no turning back now.
Yeah.
Remember that line I said?
Stories. We got some stories if you guys want them.
We get a lot of stories.
Okay.
Out there in the field.
Let's set up another time for you guys to come back very soon to continue this topic, and and we'll get crazy.
Love it.
Let's do it. Can't wait.
Cool. All right. So everybody go to SmittenBook.com.
Yeah.
And buy the book, read the book, get questions together, cross the line. They don't care, and we're going to get smitten with the girls again. And
we want to get smitten with you guys again, more importantly.
There you go. That's a beautiful thing. And we're on Amazon.com.
Love fat guys.
I love guys with crazy teeth.
Are you staring at our pictures then?
Yeah, how did you know?
See that? Too funny. Hey, here's this will give you a chuckle too. I used to be a professional wrestler, and my name was Chubby Dudley. So there you go. Think about that.
Oh my God, that is so good. That is so good. Chubby Dudley coming at you.
There you go. All right. I want to thank you, girls. It's been a fun time, and we will definitely do this again. Maybe we'll do this next month, and we'll turn it up a notch.
Nice, nice. You guys have a great night. Go home and smooch your wives.
There you go. Absolutely.
All right.
All right, everybody, go to good night. Have a good one. Go to SmittenBook.com and get the book. Say hi to the girls for us, and wow, I'm smitten, Nick. How about you? Now my wife's going to kick me in the nuts when I'm done, but
you'll like it.
It's all your fault, girls. It's all your fault. When you hear this scream coming from Philly up to New York, you'll know who it was.
You guys better be at our next party, because that's also what we do.
Yeah, take your ladies. Come to our spring fling party. We're going to have a big one in April.
Wait, what do you do? You kick people in the nuts?
No, we have a big party and we dance.
Oh.
And everyone's invited.
Oh, she said that's what we do. I was like, what kind of party is that?
I have never kicked a man in the nuts before. I'm not saying it won't happen one day.
I'm sure if somebody strives hard enough, it could happen.
That's a very fragile place. I wouldn't go there.
Well,
thank God for that.
So.
But she would. So fat
Jersey
guys, look out, because she will kick you in the nuts.
I've bitch slapped a man before. That's it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all.
We'll talk about it next month.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. All right, girls, thanks again. And everybody remember, SmittenTheBook.com. Ariel and Simone. 2 wild girls. Wow. All right.
Should we hang up
now?
now?
Nick? Yeah, you can hang up.
Okay.
If you want to hang out with Stacy Keach, and we can see what we can get out of him.
No, we'll leave you guys. We'll leave you guys to him. Have a great night.
All right, girls. Thanks again.
Bye, boys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. See you. All right. Well, that was tame, but it could get wild. It could get wild.
Well, that's okay. Well, I think the big thing here, dude, is like there's not just an age difference. I think that like there's a generational difference, because like I honestly, like, I couldn't even tell you where to begin. You know what I mean? Like things work different. You know what I mean? When I was in high school, and I don't know. I honestly couldn't even tell you how to start. Like, you're the kind of person, you were telling me that you're like flirtatious by nature, and when you go out, and you know what I mean, like you do it even without an agenda. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't figure out how to do it with an agenda.
Oh, that's funny. But you know what? See, now, when I was looking earlier, I was going through stuff, and I was on their website. When I see pictures of them, I thought they were young. I thought they were, like, in their 20s. But the way they made it sound was they're in their 30s. So I'm guessing they're closer to your age, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. God, I am such an old man. Wow.